How you doing there? I'm Mel Bernstein, the Dragonman, and this is my 68,000 square foot military museum, and we got it all ready for this weekend. We're having a machine gun shoot, and I want to run you through a little bit of it, so come on in. I want to show what we have here. We got a room for every major country the U.S. was in a war with from 1914 to Afghanistan. I got over 1,100 uniform mannequins, 90 running vehicles, 3,000 working weapons, and it's going to blow your mind what I did, all by myself with my own money. Okay, when you come through here, these are all appreciation plaques from Peterson Air Force Base, Shreva, and Fort Carson. Over here I show people, my museum starts with 1914, World War I. Those uniforms were over 100 years old. As the wars went by, the uniforms changed, all the way up to Afghanistan. Here, follow me. The first display over here is the American Iraqi display. It starts with January 17th, 1991, Desert Storm, and as the uniforms changed over the years, the last 26 years, I have every one of them. Okay, follow me. These are all special uniforms because these are Fort Carson soldiers' uniforms that I told them when you go to Iraq, Afghanistan, take a picture of you wearing the uniform. When you come back, give me the uniform in the picture, and we'll put you in the honor row. And that's what we did right here. Over here, these are, this is a Joseph's Apache's helicopter's uniform with his helmet and a picture of his airplane. This is the newest uniform they're wearing right now, the multicam. In this room here is all stuff, all original stuff brought back from Iraq. Everything is real. These here are dead insurgents. Those are the bad guys. They have to film the body before they, after they shoot them. These are knives they brought back from the insurgents they took away. Over here, these are original Republican Guard uniforms. I got pictures of the capture of Saddam Hussein. Over here we have his palaces and stuff all the GIs brought back. Most of the stuff came back from the 10th Special Forces from Fort Carson over here. Thanks to them, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have 80% of all this stuff, so I really thank them. They're really proud of my museum, and we're really proud of them. Okay, follow me. The next room over here is Afghanistan. That's where they're fighting today. This is my Afghanistan room. See that? And as you can see, this room is filled. I'm going to have to make all these rooms this October. I have the builders coming and we're going to push all the walls back another 15 feet. All these rooms are filled. I'm out of room. I have over 1,100 uniform mannequins. This is one of my 7 half-tracks. That's the M15. I made these bridges so people could look inside the vehicles. This is the M2 half-track with the skate rail. What makes my museum special, all the weapons, all the bullets, everything you see here is real and functionable. Okay, you come down the bridge here. This is every American gas mask from 1914 all the way up to what they're wearing today. These are all my recoilless rifles. This is called the CCKW. This is a scout car, actually used in World War II. I have 8 vehicles that are actually brought back from Europe in the last 35 years. This is all my Russian stuff. We got the Russians, we got the British, and we got the Nazis. Let's go see Hitler. You guys won't see a better Nazi collection than what I have here. The fastest shooting machine gun in World War II, the MG-42. 8mm bullets, and the ammunition was packed. Check it out, 1938. See, it's all dated, 1938. Okay, over here, we got all the Nazi uniforms. These are called Kaiser helmets. Here's a political uniform, just like Hitler used to wear in 1933. 20 years ago, I paid $6,000 for that uniform. It's made in Berlin, from the hat to the boots. Hey, you come around the turn here. We got the Panther Shroud 88mm bazooka. We got most of the handguns they used in World War I and World War II. These are the bicycles that the Swiss people made the Germans. They used them for infantry bicycles and Red Cross bicycles. And you come down here, we got stuff from the Warsaw Ghetto. And we got stuff from the Holocaust. Original Holocaust uniforms. Here's a breadbasket, an SS flag that came back from Dachau. Okay, over here we got the British, World War I, World War II. We got the Japanese. This is the Japanese room. That's an original kamikaze outfit. I got Saramite swords, over 500 years old. See that? We got the suicide sword. We got the cyanide that they used to bite and kill themselves with if they didn't want to get captured. Here's a Nambu Model 99 machine gun. I have all the Nambu handguns. The next room here is Vietnam, 1960 to 75. See that? We got the first M16, 1966, the butterfly bombs. Here's the hot gun in Vietnam. It's called the M60 Machine Gun. See, they back then, this is the summer uniform, the tiger uniform. Look how pretty the nurses were back then. This is the woman's uniform, 1960 to 75, the first camouflage uniform, and the Marine uniform, which they never changed for like 150 years. Okay, the next room here is Korea, 1950 to 53. These spotlights put out 1 billion candlelight. They used them in Korea to look for the MiG-15s. This is World War I. I got bowler knives going back to 1903. Everything in this room is 100 years old or older. Here, look at Lieutenant Jim Butler. What makes him special, here's a picture of Jim Butler in his Foot Locker wearing that uniform in 1917. That's 100 years ago. This is the way his horse would have been set up in Europe. And it has the McCullen saddle on it. And look at these canteens. Look at the date on the canteen, 1905. This one's dated 1908. See, back then everything has dates on it. In World War I and World War II, that's why it makes World War I and World War II stuff so collectible. This is the way the nurses looked back then. If you got shot, wounded, had to go to the hospital, this is what the nurses looked like. That's why a lot of GIs tried not to get shot, wounded, or sick. Anybody have any questions? No, good. Follow me. Okay, over here, this is where the vehicles start. See that flag over there? That flag's 120 years old. It was made 1897. It's got 45 stars, and the 45th state is Utah, Colorado 38. There's a lot more I could tell you, and when we do give the tour, it takes actually over 2 hours to go through the whole museum. I'm just giving you a sample of what we have here. Okay, follow me. Yeah, these vehicles were all mixed up. World War I, World War II, Korea, Vietnam. This is called the Ben Hur trailer. We got the M35 deuce and a half, multi-fuel. We got M37s, we got 211s, we got the 249s. We got the half-tons, the panel truck, the pickup truck. And this is an M3 half-track, fully equipped. What makes my museum special is all the weapons, all the guns, all the bullets, everything is real. A government museum would never allow that. Okay, this is the M38 A1. This was made specifically just to haul around, the 106mm cannon. Over here, this is the oldest Jeep I have, an experimental slash grill, 1940. Okay, we're going to go into this room here. I show people the most popular weapons in World War II, the 60mm mortar, the 81mm. We got the Browning 1919 A4, the M250 caliber machine gun. You come around here, this is the tug that pulled the 500-pound bomb. As you can see, I'm out of room. This is the end of the museum. And October, we're actually going to push this whole wall back. I'll have another 20,000 square feet for next year. My goal is to have 100 running vehicles, and I'm almost there. This is called the Mighty Mite, the airborne Jeep for the Marines in Vietnam, all made out of aluminum. This is my 113 Armored Personnel Carrier, fully operational. That's a turntable. It holds the 81mm mortar, and the roof actually opens up so the rocket could come out. What makes this real special is I actually have the original machine gun nest on the top. That's very hard to find. This is my T-54 100mm tank, and this is the only vehicle I'm afraid to drive in and out of the museum because it's 11.5 feet wide and my garage door is 12 feet. And it's got levers in there, like you drive a bulldozer. If you pull the lever too much, the whole back swings around. So this is actually very dangerous to take in and out of the museum. When I extend the museum, I'm going to get a 14-foot wide door, so it'll fit easier. Okay, over here, this is a brought back CCKW closed cab. These are two vehicles here. These are 1941 and 42 Dodges, and these are called staff cars. See, when World War I and World War II started, the U.S. government didn't have enough vehicles to get the officers around the base, so they went to Ford, Chevy, and Dodge. They bought regular civilian four-door vehicles, painted them green, put numbers on it or a star, and it became an army vehicle. Now they have 1 million Humvees to take everybody all over the place. Okay, come around the turn here. I'll show you my M16. It's got a quad mount on the top. This is the M16 Half-Track. It actually shoots 4 50 caliber machine guns at once. I only have 2 up there. Each gun puts out 550 rounds a minute. This is the last 151, 1983. See that? And these turn over a lot. So the last 5 years, the Kaiser Company in Wisconsin made these. They actually put roll bars in them. This is a half-ton, which is very rare. They only made like 3,500 of those. And over here, this is the M3 Half-Track. This came back from Europe, and it actually has German bullet holes through the hood. I show people. This is my Gamma Goat. See, that's a Gamma Goat, and that was Vietnam era. It's got the same 400 cubic inch motor as the 113, diesel motor. It's 6-wheel drive. Hey, you come down here, and this is an M37. They actually made these 1950 to 68. If anybody collects military vehicles, they definitely have an M37. The Dodge brothers made almost 600,000 of these. This is called the Weasel. Studebaker made these. And if you look at your history books, you'll see Battle of the Bulge. You'll see these weasels going in and out of the Ardex forest, which stretches across the back, bringing out the wounded and dead men. They come around the turn here. I have 76 show cabinets, all full of all kinds of memorabilia. This here's the M2 Half-Track, and I have pictures on all these vehicles to show what they look like when I got them. Hey, look at that picture. That's me pulling the motor out. All my Half-Tracks have Israeli rebuilt motors in them. These Half-Tracks are very rare. They only made these 1941 to 45. Okay, come around the turn here. These are Paratroopers Bicycles. They actually come apart with a wing nut, and each paratrooper would put a piece of the bicycle on his chest and jump out of the airplane. Okay, coming to the other room here, I want to show you the command cars like General Patton and Eisenhower rode in. This here's a half-ton panel truck. They only made 310 of these. This is called a mule, and over here, these are very rare vehicles. 1941 to 42 half-ton, 1943 to 45, and this is the vehicle that the generals would go into parades with and ride around. But if you look in the history books, you'll hardly see any generals in World War II in a command car because it's a pink elephant. They'd hate to be in a vehicle like this because the enemy knows there's a general in there and they'll do anything they can to blow it up. So most of the generals rode around in GPW Fords or MB Willys, and a lot of them just took their shoulder boards off with their stars. These are the most popular generals in World War II. Omaha Bradley, Eisenhower, MacArthur, there's General Patton, and Holland Smith. That's General Patton's dog. His name was Willie. General Patton died December 21st, 1945. You guys have any questions? No, good. Follow me. Okay, we're going to come over here. This is a Ural. That's a Russian motorcycle. These are all M37s. And the ones you see the license plates on are the ones normally we put in the Veterans Parade every year. This is called an M43 ambulance, and this is fully equipped. It holds 5 stretchers, and this is the Vietnam era hospital tent. You come around here, you can see more. I'm going to light it up for you. Yeah, see that? All my displays light up. You don't get more realistic than this. The operating light would have worked off the M43 ambulance in front of it. See Paul over there? He passed away last night. He's got an original toe tag. Unfortunately, from 1960 to 75, 58,272 young men perished. Vietnam was cut at the 22nd parallel. Bad guys Hanoi, good guys Saigon. Okay, let me hit the lights off over here. Yeah, you guys won't see a better display than what I have here. And it keeps getting bigger and bigger. More and more stuff. I'm always getting more stuff. I deal with 5 collectors in Europe, and they're always sending me more stuff back. Unfortunately, the average World War II veteran right now is passing away. Average 400 to 500 a day. The average Vietnam veteran is about 71, 72 years old. The average Korean veteran is going, in the 80s. So, they're all getting old and they're all passing away. This is all the North Vietnamese display. I got brought back uniforms, rice paddy hats, all kinds of stuff you could think of. Okay, over here we got every U.S. radio from 1938 to 45 with the original generator. This is every woman's uniform, 1941 to 45. If you were a woman in World War II, the Marines, the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, or the Red Cross, you would have been wearing a uniform like this. Over here's my dad, Kermit's memorial. My mom and dad are in the museum. That's where they wanted to be. And my mom and Kermit are very, very popular now. Over 3,000 people a year I'll see in their memorial, their pictures, and their display. Okay, this is my World War II room. Everything in this room is dated 1940 to 45. We got all the shoes and boots they wore with the original shoe polish, all stuff from the 10th Mountain Division. Here's the D-Day mannequin, see that, with the M5 gas mask and the gas patch on his right arm. You swing the camera around here. Here's the Marine uniform, World War II, the tanky uniform with the Colt 1911. And all these guns came back from World War II. I get them from widows from all around the United States. This is all the personal stuff the average GI would have had in his backpack. And this is all the medic equipment they would have used, 1940 to 45. Yeah, 1944, brand new first aid kit, never even used. That's what it looked like back then. See that? Okay, come in here. This is my machine gun bunker. You don't get any more realistic than this. Everything behind the sandbags is dated 1941 to 45, every bullet and every newspaper. Okay, watch this. I'm going to pick up a bullet, any bullet. Here, bring the camera over. This is dated 1943. Look at that. You don't get any more realistic than that. Okay.